Welcome everybody, my name is Tim Sandy and I'm a VMware Technical Partner Manager in SC. In this session I'll be providing a Sales 101 overview of the new Log Insight version 3.3. So let's get started. Log management is just a very small part of effectively managing your entire software-defined data center, or SDDC. So combining it with performance and capacity management, superior IT automation, and cost visibility are key to VMware's management strategy. Now, most of you have probably seen other enablement sessions on other management and automation tools, such as on the automation side, vRealize Automation that we have. We also have vRealize Operations. Now, most of you have probably already heard of and possibly seen some other enablement sessions related to VMware's other management and automation solutions, such as vRealize Automation, vRealize Operations, as well as the IT business, which is vRealize Business. So there is a complete management, automation, and operations solution set that VMware offers. But again, today we're just particularly discussing Log Insight, which is, again, log management. So in today's reality of operations management, in order to achieve the goals of SLAs, efficiency and control is a very tough job. But why is that? Well, it's because the tools that you use today make it difficult to manage the environment. There is too much data. There's too many alerts. You get flooded with them as an administrator. And this leads to fire drills and finger pointing between different operational departments within IT. End users are often our best monitoring tool, and we find out there's an issue when they inform us that something's not working properly in a lot of cases and submit a help desk ticket. So typically we're finding out and we're being reactive rather than proactive. So in the physical world, we tend to over-provision because experience tells us that when you have enough resources, there shouldn't be any problems. But if you apply this mindset to a virtualized environment, you're going to negate the benefits of server consolidation and virtualization. So you don't want to look at a physical world the same way you do a virtual world. And I think most people know that by now. So let's take a look at the key challenges for customers today. The first challenge is avoiding downtime and performance degradations. For this, most customers need to ensure quality of service and guided remediation with accelerated root cause analysis. The second is to cut costs and reduce budgets. This is a big one for most organizations nowadays. This can be accomplished by optimally using their existing assets and achieving greater operational efficiency. And the third is traditional IT organizations tend to have siloed operations management without a single overarching solution. So this can be resolved by using a unified operations solution that spans across virtual, physical, storage, networking, and applications within your environment. The basics of Log Insight are that it provides centralized log management for your entire stack. You can search and analyze log data for real-time troubleshooting. Anyone in the organization can access log data without compromising production systems. It provides the best log management for VMware by VMware. It's optimized for vSphere logs and vSphere analytics, which are built into it. Automatic ESXi configuration for collection. Integration with vRealize Operations Management. Very easy to deploy, and it's intuitive to use. It has a simple and predictive price model as well. So Log Insight can digest any type of log data as well. So users do not need to think about it. They can just send their data to Log Insight and point to it, and it'll collect the data. It automatically identifies structures in the data and creates high-performance index for performing analytics. Unlike databases, there is no need to engage database admins to extract, transform, and load or ETL the data. Just send it over, and it will automatically parse that data for it, no matter what kind it is. It scales up and down very well. It can ingest terabytes of data per node per day. It is much faster and much more efficient than most of our competitors. It has a configurable retention policy, i.e. you attach 500 gigs of storage, and if it runs out of space, it rotates the old data out. Optimally, they can be written to an archive, and making it virtually maintenance free. So again, it's a way to make sure that you're maintaining your data as well as archive data. And if you don't want to lose any of it, you can archive it off, and it's all automated process for you. It also ships out with out-of-the-box knowledge of vSphere and many other logs in the form of content packs, which are a collection of queries, alerts, and dashboards and fields, and has a vast library of VMware and third-party content packs which are also available, such as Active Directory. So Log Insight effectively translate cryptic and unstructured log details into meaningful, searchable data. So simply put, Log Insight is like having a Google search engine for log files. Once you point to Log Insight, it ingests the information, it'll handle the data, and then it parses it so that you have that Google-like search capability within that log data, something that you typically would not have without Log Insight. Log Insight is deeply integrated with our vRealize Operations Manager, which means we provide a two-way launch in context from each of the user interfaces. For example, if you see an alert in vRealize Operation and it's coming from a log entry, you have the ability to launch the Log Insight user interface, and it will automatically render the specific log entries in that user interface for further investigation. This saves admins a lot of time by having to switch between the vRealize Operations and the Log Insight interfaces, making troubleshoot easier and quicker than ever before. One of the great aspects of Log Insight is there are additional VMware content packs and roughly 40 third-party packs as well. Each come with their own set of built-in queries, dashboards, and alerts specific to that solution and are extremely simple to add. This allows administrators to get detailed insight into their logs for not only their vSphere solutions, but also storage, networking, and many other critical IT components. Log Insight addresses intelligent operations by providing proactive analysis or machine learning as well. Automatic log consolidation, which basically it groups similar messages together with no runtime overhead. For example, if you have 1,000 messages that match a query but reports back that there are only 5 messages types within that 1,000 match messages. So instead of seeing a bunch of 1,000 messages, it's going to reduce them down, consolidate them, making it easier to read and find and troubleshoot the issue that you're looking for. It also automatically has schema discovery, which automatically understands the message structure of the incoming log files. And finally, it has automatic field extraction, where it discovers fields and logs, including their data types, automatically for you. Log Insight has a very easy and flexible interface. It is easy to create new content packs with a limited set of visualizations and dashboards, and it's easier than ever to be able to create these. There have been content pack authoring improvements, such as dynamic filtering of content packs, which enables content pack authors to provide templates, for example, to filter by a ticket ID, for example. Also, widget linking, so from a dashboard widget to a related dashboard page for guided troubleshooting, and automatically discovers possible links for it. The Log Insight user interface gives you an easy-to-use dashboard that provides interactive visualizations of your query results and drop-down menus. You can simply create new dashboards based on your query results, making it very customizable to your needs. This allows you to create custom dashboards that align with your needs and can save them to be reused for a later time. So if you have a regular issue that you're watching from a log analysis standpoint, or something that you're just being proactively looking to make sure that there isn't an issue, again, you can do a query for a set of information within the logs, and then you can save that and put that to your dashboard. That way you can keep an eye on this very quickly and easily without having to go back and redo another query again. Some of what's new specifically in version 3.3 is Log Insight for vCenter, which again, you get 25 OSI licenses of Log Insight when you purchase vCenter Standard. So that is something relatively new from previously in second quarter of this year. It also has an integrated load balancer capability, alert options using webhooks, has a user interface enhancement such as viewing chart data as a table, authentication and simple query APIs. It supports IP version 6. It has a new log importer, and finally a tech preview for an agent configuration tool as well. So now that we're finished with what it is and what's new in version 3.3, let's talk about the associated use cases for Log Insight. These can be broken down into 3 main use cases. The first is troubleshooting and root cause analysis to effectively and efficiently troubleshoot and find root cause of an issue. The second is for log file monitoring of metrics and events to proactively identify problems. And finally, the third is unstructured data warehousing to collect all unstructured log data into one single place. Now, in regards to licensing, Log Insight's licensing is pretty straightforward. As you see, there are two versions of Log Insight that are available now. The first is the Log Insight for vCenter Standard, which comes free with vCenter, which I just mentioned previously. And the second is the full vRealize Log Insight, which comes in all editions of the vRealize suite and all editions of the vCloud suite. As you see under the Advanced Features column, the full version allows for clustering, high availability, event forwarding, and archiving. Under Platform, it adds the ability to import custom and third-party content packs. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of the two different editions. Again, the first one is Log Insight for vCenter Server Standard, which comes free with 25 OSI licenses. And then the second is the full-blown version, which then provides additional capabilities that I mentioned. Now for our partners, let's talk a little bit about some selling guidance. Some may ask who or what type of customer is the right customer for Log Insight. Really, to answer that question, essentially everyone with vCenter Server can gain from using Log Insight. And again, it does come with 25 OSI licenses of Log Insight with vCenter Standard. But generally, any vSphere environment, no matter how big or small, can really benefit from managing their log files in an effective manner. So virtual admins and companies associated to finance, banking, telco, and other higher education-based companies can greatly benefit as well. Then you may ask, what problems can it solve for the customer? It can really shorten the problem resolution time by 50%. A lot of times you, as an admin, you have to go digging through these log files, and there's really no effective way to do that. But with Log Insight, again, because it gives you that capability, that Google search engine type of capability, you can very quickly and easily find log entries and find those issues at hand. So it greatly shortens the time to troubleshooting and getting your resolution. It improves the visibility via log aggregation and searching, and greatly assists in translating unstructured log data, saving admins, again, a ton of time. I can tell you from previous operational experience as a virtual admin and as a Windows admin, I've spent many hours looking through log files, Windows log files and other types, trying to find an error to a problem. And I had no effective way of doing that. If I had Log Insight, I can tell you that I would have found these logs and found the problem much, much quicker, and being able to resolve this issue quicker. So when you're speaking with your customers, you want to listen for certain comments and use cases that will clue you in on what to talk to them about in regards to Log Insight. Some of these are if they have more than 20 VMs. Again, really Log Insight can be for anybody in the smallest environment, as I mentioned earlier. If they mention that it takes them a long time to troubleshoot or solve issues. Do they have a chronic problem that they can't figure out all the time, and they just haven't been able to find it in their logs? Would they like centralized log management solution? Do they feel they don't know where their vSphere environment or how their vSphere environment is running and want to have a better handle on it? Do they have a customer software that they would like to get alerted on? So if they're using a particular application and if there's an issue with it, they would like to get an alert whenever there's an error or associated log file. Then are they up for renewal on their existing log management solution? So if they have another vendor's log management solution, if they're up for renewal on it, they're definitely a good candidate to talk to about Log Insight. So if you hear any of these comments from your customers, then you should be talking to them about Log Insight. To continue on from what we talked about in the last slide as far as buying segments, this shows you a quick and easy list. So if they mention IT troubleshooting and issues related to it, drive the value of Log Insight. They're looking to get visibility into cloud operations, drive the value of both vRealize operations and Log Insight. If they want centralized log management, they can drive, again, Log Insight and its numerous vSphere and third-party content packs. Now, if they mention security and event management from a compliance standpoint, you do want to be a little careful. Log Insight might not be the right fit for them because it may not have all the needed capabilities associated from a compliance standpoint, but don't rule that out. And finally, if they mention e-discovery or correlation, right now Log Insight currently doesn't have the ability to accommodate those features, so that could be down the road. That feature may be in Log Insight, but as of right now it is not. So if they mention e-discovery correlation, then Log Insight won't fit the bill for them. So if you get into a competitive conversation and are asked about why Log Insight over another competitor, here's how to have that conversation. So starting off, we give 25 OSI licenses free with the purchase of vCenter Standard Edition, so they can try before they buy, and then purchase additional OSI packs if they need to monitor additional vSphere or non-vSphere log streams. Log Insight is specifically designed for VMware's software-defined data center software stack and supports vRealize Operations, vRealize Automation, NSX, and has content packs for much more. The user interface is very easy to use and can create on-the-fly custom dashboards right from the results of a search query. It also has a simple flat price model with unlimited data collection per OSI with no overage charges. And finally, Log Insight is 3 times faster than our competitors. That is proven by third-party testing. So those are just some competitive information to where if you get into that situation with a customer, you can use this information to talk to that competitive situation. So to summarize, remember these key takeaways. Remember, vCenter Standard license now comes with free 25 OSI pack license of Log Insight. Log Insight has numerous vSphere and third-party content packs available to give an even greater insight to the logs from other devices and solutions, which complements current investments that customers may have. It is deeply integrated with vRealize Operations with bidirectional in-context launching capabilities, reducing the troubleshooting time and based on vSphere knowledge. Unlike other solutions, we do not charge more as the data volume grows. We give you unlimited data collection per OSI. Log Insight has been tested with terabytes of data and still provides superior performance compared to our competitors, so you have no worries on scalability. So that completes the sales overview of Log Insight 3.3. I hope this session was informative, and I hope that you continue to benefit from watching my other enablement sessions as well. Thank you and have a great day.